Last week we looked at how to draft the basic bodice, and today we are going to continue by doing our underbust tightening, our upper bust tightening, and in order to derive our bustier, our basic bustier. So we will start off with our underbust tightening. So we have our chest line, our bust line, our waistline. Now we have to look for our underbust line, and for that you measure it on your client. So here my underbust length from the shoulder is 14 inches. So I'm going to mark 14 inches. So I'm marking 14 inches. And then I'll use my ruler to draw a line. Okay, so here now for our underbust, we had our underbust circumference, we had 30 inches. 30 inches divided by 4, we have 7.5. So I'm going to measure 7.5 starting from the center front. And you see I'm marking the 7.5 there. Now you're going to measure the excess that you have. This is the excess that if you don't take it out, that leaves gapes and gaps under the breast. So by doing this, you remove every excess. So the excess we had 1.25 or 1.25. So we are going to share it on this line. So you start by marking 1/2 inch from the dart legs from the center front. So you mark 1/2 inch from there, and then you mark the rest, that is 0.75 at the back. So always make sure that you mark 0.5 no matter the size, always 0.5 from the center front, and then the remaining to the other side, just like I did. Now you just use your curve to shape in the bust area like that. So you see the cap is already coming out. So this is your underbust tightening, and then you join it to where the dart legs ends. So you join it like that. You join it like this, and you see that we've been able to eliminate some spaces that would have formed under our dress. Now, under our bust, sorry. Now we are going to do our upper bust tightening, and we need to measure our shoulder length. So when you measure the shoulder slant length, then you divide it into 2. So after you divide it into 2, you use your ruler to connect it to the bust point. So you connect it to the bust point like this. Now, to get your sweetheart, you need to measure the person's shoulder to upper bust, where the person wants her cleavage to end. So here is mostly 6 inches, 6.5, 7. The largest is 8. So I just marked 6.5, and you can draw any line, slant line or broken lines, and then you create a dart here, and this dart, the standard is 0.75. So the standard is 0.75, and you connect to the bust point. So the bust point receives every dart that is in the pattern. So after you are done, you just reshape and make sure it's nice. The cap area looks curvy and nice, not too pointy. If it's pointed, you have to eliminate all the points out. And so here we want to finish up our bustier, but you need to cut through one space in order to close some of the darts. To close a dart, you need to open a dart. That's what we use for dart manipulations. And so here I'm closing the bust darts. We discussed that last week in our basic bodice. If you didn't watch it, you can watch it. I'll leave a link for that in the description box so you can watch it. So we are closing our bust dart, and I'm using a tape. I'm using a masking tape to do that. So here, when you are done, you see, because of the bust dart, our side line is a bit off, so you need to join it with a ruler. So you join it together again with a ruler. You can as well use your curve to do it. Any of them is okay. So after you are done with this, now we are going to close our upper bust dart, and then we can create our shape. The reason why we do this is if you just rule the line straight after sewing, one part might be bigger than the other. So if you close it, it gives you the exact curves, and so that when you finish sewing, everything will be okay. So you just close it temporarily. This one is temporary. You just close it temporarily, and then you just shape. For here, it depends on the style you are making. If it's sweetheart, if it's a straight neckline or whatever. So here we are just creating a sweetheart, a simple sweetheart top, bustier top. So that is what I have. So you see that after I open it, you see that the sweetheart I made, the edges are not equal. That shows that if you don't close it and you just use your curve and you just rule the line, after you are done sewing, there will be errors at some places. So I'll be seeing is almost ready. You just label them so that you don't get confused. And here is the yoke. For the yoke here, you don't throw it away. You can use this yoke to add nude net to your bustier. You can use it to add any fabric. Anything you want to add, you can use that. So now we are going to cut it out and see the results of what we get. Okay, so so this is that. Sometimes when you are done, you have a pointy edge like that, so you use your marker to just reshape and make sure that the curve is not pointy and is straight. So after you are done, then you reshape it, and there you have it. Now we are going to deal with the yoke. For the yoke to lie down perfectly on the bustier, you just mark 0.5, half on each side of the line as you see me doing, and then you create a dart, some dart legs connecting from the shoulder line, what we already did. So look at what I'm doing, and then you just close it like that, and your yoke is ready and perfect. So after I'm done, I'm using my masking tape to secure it, and with this you can reshape the yoke into any design that you want, and your two nets also will lie down perfectly. So after we are done, this is how it all looks. This is how it all looks.